This podcast is a revival of the old school table debate from a time before Google, Wikipedia, and OnlyFans. Answers to questions are hard to find, but so is an unbiased article on your uncle's Facebook wall. Welcome to the Issues on the Table. Hi, I'm Matt Schuster, and jasmine rice is great, but have you tried Aladdin rice?
Hi, I'm Dino Battaglia, and I fucking love jasmine rice. How dare you insult it with something else? Jasmine rice all the way.
I didn't insult
If not, well, you know what? If it's not at the top of your list, then we can't be friends.
I'm just trying to show you a whole new world.
Oh my God.
You shut your face hole. You're not allowed to talk. I'm upset. I'm viscerally upset.
Do I say my name or do I leave this podcast right now?
I think we all should just go home. I mean, we're already home. Shit.
I came up with that cold open just so I could make that joke.
God damn you.
Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Mike Donahue. And
what, Mike?
Sushi rice is a thing. Welcome to the Issues on the Table. This is a podcast where we will talk about the issues. The real issues, and it doesn't matter what your issue is. If it's real to you, then it's a real issue, okay?
Are we a comedy show?
I don't want to hear it. Yeah, we're a comedy show.
Okay.
Sometimes. Most of the time. Usually, I think. It's hard to tell. But anyways, we're going to talk about issues, guys, and I'm going to kick it off. It's me.
What's your problem?
Okay. I was thinking about this, because for context, if you don't know, or if you're listening for the first time, I am a high school teacher. So sometimes these ideas or things will roll through my head. And, I was thinking about the car buying experience and how generally when it's your first time ever going to buy a car, you're probably going to get taken advantage of by a salesman who sells you on some BS thing, right?
Yeah.
Probably going to happen. And getting taken advantage of sucks, man. Cause you don't know what happens or it's happening until it's over. And then you're just kind of done. And you're like, well, now I've paid too much money for this thing. And here we are. Right.
Yeah.
I want to come up with a way to introduce this in a safe space where you can learn from this experience before you spend $15,000 on a car or $100,000 on a condo or whatever it is, right? So what would be a clever way to take advantage of a high schooler while they're at school, okay? And make it have the same impact of you just got ripped off with it buying a car. So that when they go buy a car, they're not going to put up with crap.
Okay.
That's what I want to figure out. I want to figure out the best way to take advantage of a high schooler in a safe space so that they learn this lesson before they lose thousands of dollars.
Okay. So we're brainstorming ways to teach kids how to avoid or how to not be screwed over by car salesmen.
But through experience. I think the best way to learn this is through experience.
Right, but in a classroom setting is what I mean.
At high school.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be in a classroom. It could be at lunch and you rip them off from food or something and then they don't have food for a week.
That's what I was going to say initially. We keep losing Dino.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's still here.
Oh, you're still there? Okay.
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm just trying to fix it. But okay, so so they don't get ripped off is the issue? Is what we want to do?
Yeah, well, I want, so you learn from experience. We learn from experience.
Yeah.
So generally, once you've been ripped off once, you're probably not going to get ripped off again. You're going to be much more wary and cautious about how you approach the sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can rip off a high schooler when they're in high school where it doesn't really matter and they don't have thousands of dollars on the line and they learn the same experience, then they have a valuable life lesson that they're taking forward with them.
Okay.
I haven't. Dino, do you have something?
So you're saying give them an exercise so they learn how getting ripped off so they don't do it in real life?
I think like give a teacher a free pass to rip off a high schooler.
Oh.
And then they can't get in trouble.
Oh, so they don't know it's a lesson. It's just somebody does something to screw them over, and then they're like, I don't want that to happen again. And then they...
And then, yeah. And then if the parents complain, they come in and go, it's part of our curriculum. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Crap.
I have an idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the best way I can think of like how you would get screwed over buying a car is like you buy a car and they're like, oh, it's gonna be such a great deal. It's $3,000 off this brand new car. Blah 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 blah. Like all this bullshit, and then you drive it home, and then you find there's like something terminally
problem with it.
ill with your
terminally
car.
Ill? Your
is
car is
not-
terminally ill.
I'm committing to that phrase. Your car is terminally ill, and they didn't tell you. So and then you end up having to spend all this money to like repair it or whatever, and you're like, oh, screw Barry Johnson that sold me this car. So
Yeah, Barry Johnson. What
Okay.
an ass.
Barry Johnson. Gosh,
Barry
damn
Johnson. Barry Johnson's half-assed vehicular farm.
Farm?
Or like yeah.
Yeah, a farm. You know,
The
farm.
The car farm. Where they send all the sick cars. You know,
where they send
right next to the pet farm, you know, where all the sick dogs go that didn't actually die.
It's like a cattle drive, but with a bunch of used cars.
Yeah.
Why would you go there to buy a car?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry,
in
anyways.
school, so you go to the cafeteria and you bribe all of the cafeteria workers to be like, oh, you know, if you pay $5 more for this lunch, we can give you like a premium lunch that's not just like a sandwich and like chips or whatever. We'll give you like a full ass like steak meal or whatever. And the kids are like, fuck yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a great deal. Hell yeah. But then when they go to eat it, everything's expired, but they've already paid for it.
Oh my God. Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Can I
they
take
didn't.
it
What?
Can I take it a step further with
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So it's not an upcharge at the point of purchase. It's a package that's sold before you go to start going to school. So you could just buy the lunch service.
Oh, shit.
Or you can buy the lunch service plus or premium lunch service. Right?
Oh, shit.
And premium lunch comes with bonus items.
Oh man.
But they didn't know. But it was like something that
But you don't know
like,
what the bonus items are.
yeah, and like the bonus items are always something that like even when it goes expired, like you can't really tell it's expired because it doesn't taste like if you taste expired milk, that shit tastes bad. But like if you taste like expired like chips, like they taste kind of stale, but they don't taste sour. You know what I mean? So
Also,
you wouldn't really know.
Like, what if like, you know, so it's like a premium lunch item, right? So Johnny comes up and he's got normal lunch. He's a normie, right? So he gets in the normie line and he gets his
oh my God.
Jesus.
He gets his
Picturing like
he
a
gets his,
shanty
like,
town of a cafeteria line.
his old pizza,
Normie.
right? That doesn't look super great. So then you have this like premium lunch goer. He comes up, you know, it's the first day of school. He's got his kicks on, right? He looks like he's like all super fly. It's like, look at my premium card. He's got like some like gold card or something, right? That he goes up to the lunch line with. And he gets in line and they give him not only do they give him the same slice of pizza, but they give him this, everything's the same. The only difference is that his plate is black.
Oh my God. Like the tray is just a different color, or it's
It's
like
a different colored tray.
like bedazzled or some shit.
Not even a tray. It should come in like a box. Like so that you don't know until you get it to your table and you open it.
Yeah. yeah.
You know, so like,
Like-
you buy it and it comes in like a clamshell kind of box, whatever, and it says like premium on it, and you sit down, you're like, oh fuck yeah, I got my wait, what did you get? God, I got the same as the normies? God. Gosh, Mom!
I feel like
So then,
okay,
go ahead.
wait,
go ahead.
I like this idea, but I feel like the way that it's structured means that it would probably collapse pretty quickly, right? Like I feel like it would
it'd be good for like a year.
Yeah, but like on the first day, like Johnny Premium is gonna get his box of expired pizza and realize real quick that his friend Norman Normie next to him has the same pizza, and he's like, "What's this shit?" You know?
But he's already prepaid for the year. So he doesn't get it every day. He has to go and get his box.
Yeah, I know. So what I'm saying is, then how
pre-made.
do you deal with like the riots that happen at the beginning of the year? When
So the kids aren't gonna riot generally. They're kind of gonna be like mad, and they'll like talk to the friends and be like, "Man, this is stupid. What the heck, man?" Right? But like generally, they're not gonna riot. And when they tell their parents, the parents are gonna get mad, and they're gonna come down and be like, "What's going on?" And be like, "See, this is part of our scam education series where we're teaching your kids about getting scammed through experience."
Ooh.
oh my god,
I have a good idea.
What?
It doesn't cost money
Yes.
at all.
Okay. Okay.
Certain classes, you give people homework passes, where it says
Okay.
if you have use your homework pass, you don't have to turn in your homework this week. But there's a stipulation in the fine print, but not on the homework pass, like on a separate thing that they had to sign,
Like on like a contract at the beginning,
something
of the
like
school year or
that,
something.
where it says all homework is still due by the end of the year. So they don't lose any money.
Holy shit.
But then the teacher gets to say, like a few weeks before school's over, "Hey, remember those homework passes? Hope you guys read the fine print, because that shit's due."
That shit's due in 2 weeks.
oh my god, that's
Okay.
pretty brilliant actually.
I love this
Because that's
okay.
a long haul that doesn't come to
God.
fruition until there's absolutely no fucking time to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what could be really funny with it too is like you could really the thing is like I feel like we have to have a couple of these up the sleeve, right? Because once you do one for 1 year, the next year it won't work because everybody is going to expect it, right? So what if so you have this like system, right? And then you can have like the ASB, they can hold competitions where you can get like bonus homework passes or something. Or if you go to like fundraisers for the school, you get a free homework pass.
Like, yes, it's a scam, but we're also encouraging social interaction. Don't you see, parents?
Yeah. And they get the added benefit of panicking and learning everything really fast because we all know that's how you remember things. I mean,
and then it's all about like, it's like, well, if your student was smart, he would do the homework anyway and save them for the moments that he really couldn't turn it in. And then and then we find out the slackers that just turn in the homework passes and don't do any work until the end of the year.
yep. Or read the contract you signed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can be like, now see, kids, this is like when you buy a car and you don't have your mechanic check it out first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See?
Exactly. That is so good. I don't know if I could come up with anything better than that, to be honest.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can we trademark this? Because like whenever like a bill is passed or like a significant bill is passed in Congress, sometimes they give it like a special name or whatever. Or like in the entertainment industry, the Taft-Hartley thing. Can we call this like the Dino switcheroo?
Like we'll call it.
I don't know.
We'll call it Normie's homework pass.
Normie's homework.
Oh, and when you're signing up to come to our school, don't forget to read the Normie's homework pass clause. What's that? Oh, it's just something. Don't worry about it. It's like a free homework thing.
It's
Don't worry
part
about
of your agreement. It's like part of you. If you want to come on campus, you have to sign this.
I
If you
guarantee
can't
you,
come.
if you think of like a new one for each grade level, the seniors will read everything.
Everything
Oh,
will
yeah.
be read. Oh, for sure. Okay, so
That's very true.
here you go. So the food is the freshman, right? the homework pass is sophomore, because freshmen are gonna be so scared of high school anyways. Like they're gonna do their homework for the most part, and if they don't want to do the homework, they're gonna drop out early, right? So that one would be the sophomores. I don't know if I have anything for juniors and seniors like to scam them out of stuff. It would have to be something like
juniors.
What?
So in my high school, we got lunch passes where we could leave the campus.
okay.
And it was senior year that we got it, and we fought so hard our sophomore into junior year, like, hey, let the juniors get it too. Like, it's only fair. We have a lot of people in the school. It'll free up some tables because people are eating on the floor. And they didn't give it to us. They gave it to the next year, my sister's year. And I got really loud all of a sudden. We were upset about it. But what if they did that, like a junior lunch pass where you can like leave the campus to go to lunch, but there's a stipulation in there that you can only use it a certain amount of times, or you have a smaller window than regular lunch.
Wait, like an allotted? No, it's like you have not that. Let's do like you have a bank of minutes that you can use, and when they're gone, you have no more time to use it. And
shit!
You don't find out that you've gone over your bank until like you've passed that, right? So like you go out for lunch and you're like 30 minutes out and come back in, and like for every minute that you're late or that you're over your bank, you have to owe something significant, like to pay for this borrowed time.
Why would just make it translatable into like detention minutes or something?
Detention minutes is fine. I feel like if you
That's
could
boring,
do something
though,
even worse, like
this is a comedy show, and sometimes I forget the comedy.
community service or I don't know, something cruel like that, right? Like
Fuck, that's dude, the long haul thing with the fine print homework pass thing. That is absolutely diabolical.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
pretty
kids.
fucking great.
that shit's due in 2 weeks.
The normie homework clause.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. This is definitely something I will take to my admin to get implemented.
Yes.
Good lord.
So on our show, we have our guest host this week. We have Dino.
Hello.
Dino, he's a producer from Perception Studio.
Wait, hold on. Before you introduce him, hey, Mike, how do you pronounce his last name?
But
What is it?
oh, I don't. I heard his last name once when he said it when he introduced himself.
It's very Italian. That's why I want to hear you try to pronounce
You
it.
didn't read
Okay, tell me.
Normie's last name pronunciation clause of
I did
beginning of
not,
the show?
unfortunately. Okay, say your last name for me.
Battaglia.
Oh, Battaglia.
It's actually it's unwritten, but you have to use the the Italian.
The fingers.
Battaglia.
Yeah. Dino Battaglia, producer from Perception Studio. He's here with us today, and he's not just here to make some jokes with us and try to torture high schoolers. He's here because he also has an issue of his own. Hey, Dino, what do you got for us?
Yeah. In my opinion, if you're gonna be rude to somebody who's making you coffee, you don't deserve coffee. I speak that from experience, and it's an issue that is really, really prevalent in today's culture, especially because.
Do you work at like
what?
Do you work at like Coffee Bean or some shit?
I work at Starbucks.
Same thing. Keep
Yeah.
going.
What?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I want to see everyone shake with anger. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. No. It's yeah. There are certain people who come in. It's not just my Starbucks. Like I have other partners that I know that from other Starbucks, and they'll tell you the same thing. There are people that come in every single time and are aggressive and rude about not even just ordering their coffee, but about like while you're making it, kind of like trying to like tell you how to do things.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
You don't get to do that and expect us to give you our top service. Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
Right.
No,
That should be a clause in our
Definitely
work
not.
agreement. Like when working there, like if the customer is really rude to you, you're allowed to not give them the best experience. But it's not, and we are allowed to like punish them in a way if they're rude consistently. If we've had to talk to them over and over again, we can say, okay, if you do this again, you're out and you're not allowed to come back to our store, which is awesome.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
awesome. Have you ever gotten the opportunity to do that?
Yes, not
Really?
me personally.
Nice.
But
dang.
but it's
Okay.
been somebody who I have had an issue because it's not my call. I'm not a manager or anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Ah,
can't- it's
Damn it.
not us.
I was picturing like they just give you free reign to be like, sir,
Gotcha. Sir,
if you
sir?
spit at me one more time, this latte is going bye-bye. Like,
So, Dino,
Yeah.
I have a thought for
Yeah.
you. Perhaps my brain is still in this diabolical space from
like
where
it.
we just were, but
like it.
I might have a potential harmless solution that you could enact that could also be played off. I mean, if they listen to this podcast, they would know how to blame you, but it could be played off as like just a simple mistake. So that, and how would they know, right? So the people who are consistently rude to you, what I think you do is make them their drink with decaf instead of coffee.
That's a good one.
I was going to bring that up. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and he used to work at Starbucks, and they said they used to do that if someone pissed them off.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've heard of it being
Have you done that before?
I've never done that before. I know people
Okay.
who have done it, not in my store, but they've talked about it before. And I think sometimes the issue is that they're not rude at the beginning, they're rude at the end.
Oh, so you don't know until so you can't. It's already too late.
Like there are people that were like they order a certain drink and they want to watch you do it because they want to tell you how much cream or how much foam to put in, and they have a very specific ratio they want.
Then make it yourself. Okay, sorry.
Right? No,
So annoying.
I agree. It's not that hard. Like if you got enough, like if you have enough money to buy an espresso machine, you can make it yourself. It's really not that hard to make. Like one of the drinks is called an espresso macchiato. All it is espresso shots and foam, like 2 scoops of foam on top, and that's all it is. Super easy to make.
Okay, so is there what? I'm just trying to think of ways to mess with these people because like this generally burns at me.
Yeah.
So I thought of I thought of one
Mm-hmm.
thing, but this might be potentially you might run into potential like legal trouble with this. So because I was thinking, hold on, bear with me. So
Okay.
you know, like
legal trouble
at Starbucks, you can get pumps of different flavored syrups in your coffee, right? Like, chocolate, vanilla, hazelnut, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the sugar-free options.
There's only 2 of them though.
Okay, but like let's say in this, so I guess this would be a very specific situation. If someone asked for like sugar-free vanilla, and then just give them like 10 pumps of regular vanilla, and then like that could be like if they're like diabetic or something, then you're like responsible. So might not be the best course of action. But I'm trying to think of something similar.
They'll just come back and make us make it again. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. What you could also do, like this is only really pertains to the person who's trying to build the drink, right, with the ratio, is like make eye contact with them, like you're like following their directions, but every single time you pour something in, just over pour it and go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and then go dump it out and then go make another one. But then like your manager would, I don't know, wasting their time because they are trying to like build the drink for you. But what if, then you're wasting a lot of coffee.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be too much. Oh man. So my opinion is, the whole community watch and stuff, see something, say something. I feel we should have that at restaurants and coffee shops, where if you're a regular and you notice that somebody is causing trouble, you should be able to stand up. Like you should be encouraged to be like, hey, no, we don't want you here.
Knock it off.
If you're like, be nice. And that way we have like an army of people that can like stand up and defend the people at the establishment. Because a lot of times we have our hands tied. Like we're not supposed to engage in certain ways with certain guests. Like we can't yell back. We can't, do anything like that. We're allowed to stand strong. And, if we have a really big issue, we're allowed to say like, you're not allowed to talk to me like that. We need you to leave, But if the guests in line behind them are on our side and they have no leg to stand on, that's it.
That's very true. So you're saying in like a see something say something clause, it says like it generally is only supposed to pertain to like things that are of like immediate danger to other people, right?
For workers at least, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like at least at like Disney and Knott's, that's kind of what it's supposed to mean, sort of.
Yeah.
So what you're suggesting is to officially label these people as hazards, like hazards.
Yes.
Which I am completely for. Just to be very clear, they're an impedance to your joy and your ability to work.
Can you integrate into this idea the fine print clause as well, where like if there's certain buzzwords that are communicated to the workers, then their drink is moved back one space in the queue?
Oh.
So if they say something like that's not enough, and it goes back one space, you're like, oh, sorry, you said one of the words, and then you take the drink and you put it behind the next cup, and you like start making the next cup. They go, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, that's another
trigger.
They're like, what is that buzzing sound? Why is my macchiato taking 30 minutes to make? And then you just have like a big pool cue, and you just point to this chart behind you that has a list of Starbucks buzzwords, and you're like, you said 4 of the buzzwords.
Yep.
I love that.
Say,
what?
That's 16 extra minutes onto your order, buddy. Like, what?
Or maybe it's not even in that moment. Maybe it's the next time they come in.
Oh.
It's like added on their account or something.
Yeah, last time you were rude to us, so you have to wait an extra 5 minutes for your drink this time. Okay.
Yes, it's like a hockey penalty box or something, right? Like you're like, oh well, you got 5 minutes. So like they ordered like, okay, cool, that will be about 12 minutes and 45 seconds, sir.
Why so long? There's nobody
that's a
here.
very specific amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
So
when you go and wait for your drink around the corner, where like you put you put out the drink out and be like, oh, latte for Sharon or whatever the fuck, and then they're like
That's how I
waiting
say it
around
when
the
I do it.
corner. Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
Latte for Sharon or whatever the fuck. Come and get your little pink drink, fucking little bitch.
Jesus.
So
Sharon's a nice lady. Calm down.
I know. I'm sorry. So around the corner, then you can put in like queue lines, like in a ride at Disneyland or something, and each line is like a subsequent penalty box. So there's like different levels. Like red tier is like you said way too many bad things last time you were here. This is where you have to wait. And even if you ordered like someone who ordered 10 people behind you, if they were a good person, they get their drink way before you do. And you just have to ruminate about the mistakes you've made.
I like it.
I also, what you could do is you could offer these people an olive branch where like you can have a t-shirt, like an oversized t-shirt that says, I'm a bad person. And if they wear that, they can knock 5 minutes off their time.
Public shame them and they get rewarded for it. I love it.
Their shirt says, I was a dick at Starbucks. And they have to wear that for the entirety of their visit.
I love that
That's
so much.
one option. For sure.
I don't know how many people, if we propose this to them, I don't know how many people would necessarily be against it, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever legitimately been into an establishment and like felt so entitled that I can just tell off the person working there for doing something. And even if it's like something's messed up 4 or 5 times, I'm like, hey man, like I know this is like can be tough sometimes, but just here's what I need. And please give it to me, or I can talk to your manager. I'm not gonna scream at them because they can't help me.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd be interested to see if there's someone who's like gonna stand up and be like, "This is an infringement of customer rights. You can't do this to us."
There would be.
Oh,
there
absolutely.
would be somebody out there, probably a Karen. Who knows? And their shock and awe would be rained down upon us. Before we move on to the troll attack, can I share a real quick story that pertains to this?
Sure.
Because Dino, you triggered this happened yesterday at work, and it's been infuriating me ever since. This lady came into Drink Lots where I work, and which is what we've established the place that I work at is, so that
was I not supposed to use real names of businesses? Oops.
No, it doesn't. Whatever.
No,
it doesn't matter. No,
I'm gonna do it in a minute, so it's fine.
I just say Drink Lots because now it's funny, and Mike said that one time. So at Drink Lots yesterday, this lady came in with her daughter, and I guess they were buying a bunch of stuff for her daughter's like 21st birthday, right? So they came up to me, and I was stocking a bunch of stuff in the back, and my boss happened to be nearby. And they were next to me, and they asked him a question about some of the hard seltzers, like the White Claws or whatever.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, how can I help you? And they were like, I was eavesdropping, and basically they were saying something to the effect of like, oh, I want to get a bunch of White Claws for my party, but I want like all these flavors. And he was like, oh, well, this big pack doesn't have all these flavors, but if you get 2 of these smaller packs, then you'll have all of them. Or something like that. And they're like, okay. And then he walked away, and then they just started scoffing at him and shaking their heads like he had wronged them or something, right?
What?
And I was like, that's weird, but I ignored it. Then I made my way back up to the front, and I rang them up at my register. I was being very nice. I was like, oh, hi, did you find everything okay? Yada, 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 the whole song and dance, And so they had like 3 packs of White Claws in their cart. And like I put in their rewards card info and all that crap, and then she just like stared at me and like looked at me, looked back at the cart, and then back at me. And then I realized, she wants me to walk around the counter, grab the shit out of her cart so I can scan it and then put it back.
No.
And
what?
Finally,
is that a thing you do?
No, we're not grocery bag. We don't like work at a grocery store. Like, that's not part of what we're supposed to do. Like, they put their shit on the counter. It wasn't like she had like 10 pounds of like whatever the fuck. She had like 3 packs of White Claws. Like, but she stood at me and I was like, oh, and I was about to ask like, oh, would you like me to do that? Like, because I didn't want to cause a problem. So then she ends up putting them on the counter herself, but like, like sawing the whole time as she's doing it. Like, I'm inconveniencing her.
Oh my
so I was
gosh.
like, all right, I'm just going to ignore this. So I rang her up.
How
And
dare you make her
they were
lift
totally
some
silent.
mildly heavy
Yes.
1% alcohol drinks.
They were totally silent the whole time, and then I rang them up, and I was like, oh, it's going to be this much. And then, like, her daughter, like, dragged them off the counter. Like, I had the audacity to not put them back in their cart when I was done ringing it up and shit. Oh, yeah. And so then they put them in their car. Then she came back inside to tell me off. She comes back inside and looks at, she like slams her like cart back where all the carts go. And I was like, oh no. And then she looked at me and said, this was awful. And I said, what was awful, ma'am? And I like smiled underneath my mask. Like, this is great. This is going to be a great story for me to tell. What was awful? Please tell me. And she was like, I mean, this guy over here like blew us off. And then we had to put our own stuff on the counter. And I was trying so hard not to laugh because I'm like, you're fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so that's just all that to just say, PSA, if you work retail or you work at Coffee Bean like Dino does, or wherever it is that you work, just be nice to the people that are helping you.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Also, the solution we have for Dino would absolutely work in your case, Matt. They can put the stuff on the counter. You can just like push the timer, go push start, and like look at them.
Oh yeah,
like,
you have to wait 3 minutes until I actually scan this and ring you up for this shit.
Yep.
Why can't you scan it now? My system locks. I actually don't have access.
My
for 3
register's
minutes.
totally frozen. Meanwhile, I'm just like doodling on an iPad next to it or something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Anyways.
a blanket statement: if it's not your job, don't tell somebody how to do their job.
Absolutely, yes.
Ever. Like, don't, like, they should,
100%.
I don't know.
like,
Yeah.
the fact that they didn't put their own groceries on their own thing, like, that's not a thing. And the fact that they haven't been trained at Bevmo, they don't get to decide that that's part of your job.
No.
Yeah,
they don't.
no, that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of ridiculous customers, hey, it's time for Troll Jack.
Control attack.
Okay, so
Matt,
Dino,
can you add an explosion
can't-
sound? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back in post though, because I have that really nice track that I put in of the explosion that I
Okay,
have.
hold up. Ready?
Yeah,
Here,
yeah, go
here,
ahead, go ahead.
It's time for Troll Attack.
Whoa, shit!
Whoa!
Oh my god! Dino, did you hear that?
I did.
What? I can't. My ears are still ringing. What?
I hear. I think I hear you.
What? Oh wait. Okay, hold on. All right.
You sound like
Okay.
a normie.
Welcome to
stop yelling.
Troll
I'm good.
Attack, where this is where the normies strike back. So for a recap for everybody, we have defined trolls as attention seekers. They are starved for attention and they need some outlet where they can get some attention. And so we are here to help them get attention so they can stop picking on those of us who don't deserve to be picked on. Like, that's what we're here for.
Yep.
Okay. So we today have brought for you some people, and we have a very big umbrella for trolls, not just gaming trolls or internet trolls, okay? Or forum trolls or Karens or people who leave 1-star reviews without understanding what their 1-star review is for, okay? Or people who blow things out of proportion because they're trying to make a point even though it's clearly fake, all right? So,
Or flat earthers.
yeah, or flat earthers. That's kind of the pinnacle of trolls.
Yeah.
So, guys, I have some trolls to bring to you that have been begging for attention.
Okay.
They're crying out and
Please.
they need it. Okay.
Please.
To protect their identity, we're not going to use their name. I will mention the establishment if it is generic enough. If it is not generic enough, I'm not going to name it just because I don't want to call anyone out.
Okay.
We're just here for the trolls. We're not here for the establishment. So this first woman is a patron of Sizzler.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to read you her review. And I don't know how this looks yet, guys. I just want to read through it the whole way and then we can discuss it and kind of give her some attention. Okay.
All right.
Sound good? All right. A few months ago, I went to Sizzler and had the worst experience ever. I went inside to order food for takeout due to COVID. A young man named Miguel Angel, he was the exact opposite of an angel, was just so disrespectful. I had order sorry, the writing's a little bit odd. I had ordered the tri-tip steak, but I decided to change it to something else. He rolled his eyes, started to have an attitude with me. I continuously said that I was sorry, but he continued to have an attitude. When I tipped him, he snatched the money out of my hand. I specifically asked for dinner rolls instead of cheese bread, and he rolled his eyes and said, okay. Later, when I got home, I opened my food and there wasn't dinner rolls or cheese bread. I would be scared to be his girlfriend, because if I were to ask him for anything, he would simply lash out.
Oh my God.
Sizzlers, are you really going to allow this? Sizzlers? How can a young person be so disrespectful to someone who has one arm and is in a wheelchair?
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Wait a sec. Okay, hold on. That was a lot to unpack.
Dude, she really took you through
That was a journey.
a journey. Also, just for context, this is the only review she's ever written. Ever.
Okay.
So they were so upset that they actually like went on to like make an account at Yelp or whatever and leave
and
a
then,
review.
and a few months later, right? Just to remind you of the beginning of this long story, the review starts with, a few months ago, I went to Sizzler.
Oh shit. That means that this person has been kept awake at night by Miguel the Not Angel rolling their eyes at them.
Heaven forbid he has a girlfriend. God, what
Holy
would
crap.
that monstrosity be?
Can you imagine being his girlfriend and asking for cheese bread and getting fucking cinnamon twists? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'd also like to call out, I would like to unpack this a little bit. There's absolutely no way that she has one arm and is in a wheelchair.
What? How do you know that, though?
One, we're not calling her name, and we don't know what city the Sizzler's in, so the odds of us being reached out are slim. However, it feels so just over the top to slap at the end of a bad review for what purpose?
Oh,
right?
like that's...
does it really drive home your point? Like saying that's the equivalent of saying, like, writing a bad review of like, oh, I went to go buy this cheeseburger and it was a really bad cheeseburger and I had really bad service, and I'm white.
Like, okay.
Like they wanted to throw one more thing in there just to make it seem worse or something.
Make it. That's how it reads to me. Like they're trying to make it so that no one goes here. So how bad can they make this really sound?
That's true. Also, what kind of waiter acts like that? That doesn't seem like a real person.
Yeah, like,
It actually-
like that's very true. Like people read into shit all the time. Like that lady at Drink Lots, like that lady at Drink Lots. Like my boss, I saw him. He just answered their questions and walked away when he was done answering their questions. And then the way that she described it to me was, oh, he completely blew us off and wouldn't talk to us. I was like, no, bitch, I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that
are we supposed
she's
to
just asking for attention.
Okay. Well,
I think
you
she
know
just
what?
wants attention.
Oh,
so
they're
how
there.
can we help her feel better about this horrible, gut wrenching experience?
How can we help make her feel better? Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Susan, I'm going to call you Susan. Susan.
That's dangerously close to her real name.
Oh, really? Oh, well. So, Susan, I'm going to emphasize it. Miguel the Not Angel, he's most likely been criticized numerous times for prejudice against one-armed people. So, you really shouldn't take it personally. Like, his prejudice is kind of like a widespread blanket. And while that is awful, you can at least have the knowledge that it wasn't maybe directed entirely at you and your persona.
Also, maybe they were just out of bread.
Maybe they're just out of bread.
I
okay.
like
It's a pandemic.
I like this argument that, like, you know what? That's like saying, like, listen, this guy, he's a known racist. Don't take his racism towards you personally. He's been complained about lots of times. It's okay.
I'm not trying to say it's okay. I'm just trying to think of some fucking possible way out of this. Like, I don't.
No,
you
I know.
What I mean? Like,
I got that comparison in my mind, and I had to share.
Let me just say, look. Yes, and I realized as soon as I fucking started saying it that would immediately implode on me, but I had to finish my thought, okay? I am not saying or condoning in any way that prejudice against people with one arm is okay. It's not okay. I'm just saying that in this situation, maybe it wasn't something you did. It's
maybe
just because
the
of
four eye rolls.
It's just because of what a piece of shit he is. You know what I mean?
Do you think when she was writing this review about him that she imagined what it would be like to be his girlfriend, and then like that's what like egged her on to write this review? Because she did mention it right in the middle.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe she was his girlfriend.
Maybe she was his girlfriend. Oh my god.
What a twist.
Oh, damn.
What a twist. All right. So thank you, Susan. I don't know what to say to that. Don't leave 1-star reviews that, I don't know, months later.
Yeah. Unless it's really bothering you.
This next review, it's like, okay, it's from a gourmet burger place. This is like not a chain. It is a specific place. So I'm not going to name the restaurant, but this is the whole review.
Okay.
1 star. My burger had an unpleasant beefy flavor.
That's all it says?
That's the whole review.
Hey, you know what? Maybe she went to Jim's Salmon Burger Shack and wanted a salmon burger, but it had a beefy flavor.
Fair. I can confirm that the picture on this place's sign is a beef burger.
Okay. Well, there goes my argument.
No, I like that proposition though. That's a very funny situation to me. That to me is like the same as like going to Coffee Bean where Dino works and ordering a coffee and being like
unpleasant coffee flavor.
Yeah, no, like ordering the coffee.
Much like coffee.
It tasted too much like coffee. No, like ordering it, being like, I don't know what this was, but I'm fucking wired and I'm shaking.
And I'm mad.
What is this? Yeah.
I am mad.
Also, I like how we've casually ignored that I've insinuated that Dino works at Coffee Bean and not Starbucks twice now.
You know what? It's fine. I really don't
That's
care.
fine. No, I'm just testing I'm testing our waters of improv right now to really see if we're anyways. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the conversation would still be the same at either place, really.
I'm going to try I'm going to try to play devil's advocate here for this reviewer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're helping him out.
They're saying, all right, they said, what was the exact verbiage?
My burger had an unpleasant beefy flavor.
Okay. So what if this person was just so irate and so angry when they were writing this review? What they were trying to come up with as concise of a way to say my burger didn't taste quite right. But they couldn't find the right adjective for that, so their brain was just like, it was too beefy, and then they submitted, but they're like, oh, I can't take it back now. You know, like, okay, they probably,
I get it. Yeah, so
you know what I mean? Like, maybe it just tasted bad, but they didn't know how to describe it.
So what if they weren't talking about the flavor being beefy? They knew it was beefy, but it was an unpleasant beefy.
Okay,
you know
so it tasted like beef, but it wasn't the right kind of beef.
More burned. It wasn't the beefy they were expecting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
But still,
I wish they would have elaborated more.
But still, you should know when talking about a beef burger that using the word beefy in a negative way is probably not going to let you get you taken seriously.
Yeah, that's not going to scan at all, huh?
Yeah.
To take this one step further, this is from a barbecue joint in Texas.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I am greatly disappointed in this restaurant.
Okay.
You're better than false advertising. You are better. The menu said bacon wrapped bacon, and all I got was pork belly wrapped in bacon.
Is this from the same establishment?
It's different state.
Wait, oh my God. Okay. Oh, so we moved on to the third review.
This is the third review.
Okay, all right.
But
Okay,
it's
hold
so identical.
Okay, hold on.
And complaint.
I'm putting myself in the shoes of this person, and I'm looking at the menu, and I see something that says bacon wrapped bacon.
Yes, that is what you see.
What are my thoughts? Okay, my first thought is, bacon. I love bacon very much. Yummy, yummy. Yes, please. And then I think 2 layers of bacon. That sounds fucking great. Now me, a normal person, a normie, I get that taken to my table and I see pork belly wrapped in bacon. I don't give a fuck. Pork wrapped in pork? Give it to me, baby. But this person,
Baby.
they were literally expecting a piece of bacon wrapped in another piece of bacon, which means that they not once had the modicum of mind to, in their own home, be like, oh, why don't I just wrap two pieces of bacon together? That'll be the same thing. They had to go out to a gourmet restaurant to order this thing? And
so, hold up. They went to a gourmet restaurant to order this thing, then proceeded to get this thing, and then took the time to write about it.
Which, okay.
So
Can I just...
Were they expecting it? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just have just a general question about like Yelp. Do you think that these people, like, they write Yelp reviews? What?
General question, sorry.
Dino.
Oh, God damn it.
It was so quick. It took me like 2 seconds.
I didn't even notice.
I was like, what is he doing? Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
General question.
Dino has the best
General
John
question.
Travolta. Okay, so here we go. General question. Do you think that when people write Yelp reviews, most of the time they write the Yelp review after they've made unsuccessful complaints to the staff, or do they write the Yelp review silently afterwards to kind of bamboozle the staff into realizing they did a bad job? Yes? You think it's the latter?
I think the people, so in my opinion, when I see Yelp reviews, for the most part, I feel like it's people who didn't talk to somebody there about the issue. Or if they did, they were thoroughly unsatisfied with the answer they got or something, you know? Because in my experience, I've worked at other places before. I worked at two theme parks, and one of them in operations. And when people would come to me and be like, we're upset that this ride is closed. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, what can I do to help you? Like, well, we came here.
Right.
We want to go this way. And then I'd be like, okay, listen, I'll tell you what. I'll walk you to this ride. We'll see if we can get you on through the fast pass. Is that okay? And then they're okay with that after that. Or even just like, like, we're really sorry. It happens. It's machines break down. We're doing our best to get it open. Yeah. It'll be open later. And then sometimes they're like, okay, I'm just, it's just wasting our time. Like, hey, you know what? There's 50 other rides you could ride. So I'll tell you what are you looking for? Let me help you find a thing. And then they're like, okay. So if they have a problem and they complain about it, if they're not treated the way they think they should have been, then they'll leave a Yelp review. Or they don't want to complain in the moment because they still want to eat their food.
Yeah.
And so they go on Yelp.
But they're so mad about it.
Yeah, and then they
think about it when they get home.
And then it's a power trip because you feel like when you leave a review on Yelp, you're like, oh, people read the reviews, so they're gonna see my review and not go to this place because I left them the bad review and fuck you, such and such barbecue place in Texas.
Yeah,
it's like the months ago I went to Sizzler. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as like, yeah, I'm still going to eat every single bite of this food, but I'm going to tell you about how shitty it was afterwards. I'm hungry, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Also by this logic, I could be like, last year I went to Party City before the pandemic, and boy, tell you what, they would not let me return my party supplies when I wasn't able to hold my party because of social distancing.
Like,
true.
Sir, you bought this Super Mario outfit a year ago. Well, I guess COVID made plumbers not essential, huh? Party City.
I guess you're a COVID-idiot.
Oh my God.
Okay. This last one is a journey as well to close with. I semi-agree with this one because it is from a nightclub in Vegas, and I generally agree that nightclubs in Vegas charge for things that shouldn't be charged for.
Yeah.
However, the reason why I think this is fair to add into the troll attack, and I think that this person is being a semi-troll, because I don't know if you've ever been to a nightclub, you can pretty much expect to pay for everything.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I've never gotten anything free in a nightclub being a guy. Like, I don't know if you guys never, right? Okay. So this is a journey. I'm warning you. Okay. Just be buckle up.
All right.
I paid a cover to get on a Saturday night. Was having a good time. Had a couple of vodka drinks. Then I committed a terrible crime of asking for tap water. I was told I could not have any tap water, that I had to pay $2.50 for bottled water. Actually, she spelled it Battaglia water. Great plastic right into the landfill. I was really dehydrated. I bought the water, but didn't bother tipping the douchebag bartender. I won't be returning to this place. They made an undeserved $2.50 and in the process lost hundreds in future sales. Good job, morons. Pause. Okay. This is an addendum to her.
Oh, she added on?
Review.
Like a PS?
2 years later.
Oh my God.
This is the first addendum. Almost 2 years out now and haven't been back. As I said, you paid $2.50 you didn't deserve and lost out on a couple of $1,000 I would have spent there by now. Way to win over your customers. Addendum number 2. Coming up on 4 years now of not having been back since they robbed me of my money to buy a glass of water.
What in the fuck, dude?
Despite having been drinking actual alcoholic beverages all evening, they lost plenty of my money. Update number 3. It has been 5 years now since I spent a single dollar at this place. They've lost a couple of thousands of dollars in sales to me. I hope the $3 they made off a glass of tap water they charged me is paying for their bills. God knows I'm not. The end.
Okay.
Oh my.
So I get it. When you just want water, they should just give you water. You shouldn't have to buy a bottle of water. That's awful. I hate that when places do that. We're like, nope, you gotta buy water. Screw you.
Agreed.
You got a tap. Give me some water.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to do that. It's dumb.
Correct. I agree with you.
So in her defense, that sucks.
Yes.
Secondly, the opposite of that, they charge you for everything in Vegas. Vegas is all about how to make more money.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you need to expect that if you go to a club in Vegas, you're going to get charged for shit. I hate so much when people say, "Oh, you're going to lose out on my business." I had an actual encounter with a lady at my coffee shop.
Coffee Bean.
Yes. Actually, it was Joe's Coffee Shack. It's a big chain, but nobody's heard of it. Anyways, I'm hipster like that.
It's a subsidiary of Drink
Exactly.
Lots.
Oh my God.
It's just drink lots of coffee. That's or it's called Java Lots. Java Lots.
Holy
Java
shit.
So, there was a lady who didn't want to wear a mask. She was in there. There were signs everywhere. You have to wear a mask. We're allowed to enforce it. Like we were told, we are allowed to enforce it and make people like the option we have is give people a mask if they don't have one, or they can go outside. We can take their order, put it through, and then we can bring it out to them if they absolutely refuse to wear a mask. That's fine. That's
a great solution, though. Like, to be honest, that's like over and above.
Yeah, that's way more work than we would have to do for anybody else. But we're going to do it for you because we do want you to get your coffee and we want to make you feel safe. So if you don't feel safe wearing a mask, you can hang out outside where it's safer to not, wear one.
Yeah.
This lady, when she approached the counter, I asked her at the register. I was like, "Hey, you're supposed to wear a mask in here. Do you have a mask?" And it was like, "Oh, I don't. That's all bullshit. Blah blah blah. This thing is all this like stuff you would hear from people like that." And then, and I kept insisting. I was like, "I'm sorry. Like you can." I told her the other option. She still kept getting mad at me, and I was like, "She's like, you don't want my service, huh? You just don't want my service. You're gonna lose out on my service." I was like, "We'd love to have your service. You're here. We'd love for you to make you coffee, but you have to follow our rules in order to get that coffee." And she's been with this whole thing, and she finally took the mask and made the order and like was putting it on, but never quite got it on the whole way. And then like she finished the order, she paid for it, and then she like threw the trash under the plexiglass and it like hit me in the chest. And at that point, my supervisor was like, "Nope, that's it." And she was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you're gonna have to leave. We can give you your refund, but you have to leave. We're not gonna give you your coffee." And she was like, "This is bullshit." And she like threw the mask at the wall and like walked out the door without her coffee.
Holy shit.
Did she get her refund before she left?
She just left.
So
wrecked. We still got her business. But also the idea that she thinks that this if it's a club in Vegas, they probably see hundreds of people a night.
Yeah.
Easily.
They're not missing your service.
No.
Also, One, they're definitely not missing your service because I would argue that it is nigh impossible to find a nightclub that is not full capacity
In Vegas.
any given night in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. Two, might we recall some of her details that at the beginning of the story it is a $2.50 bottle of water, but at the end of her story it's a $3 glass of tap water.
Oh yeah, that's very inconsistent.
Also, in her first review, they were going to use a few hundred, but by the end, they were losing a couple of thousands of dollars from her business.
Over the years.
What is she buying over the years? But what is she buying over the years? Like, are you?
I mean, drinks are expensive.
Are you earmarking?
No.
Yes,
this
but is she earmarking? Mm-mm. Is she earmarking $5,000 to go clubbing like a month?
No.
And like this is what she spends.
Mike,
like,
I'll tell you exactly what the fuck she did.
Please.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm really interested to know exactly what happened.
She was so outraged that this place was thriving without her business that she decided
They haven't closed yet.
that she was going to stockpile as much high-end liquor in her home as possible and create her own nightclub in her house so that she could spend every night making herself bougie-ass drinks and drinking her own tap water and thinking about this establishment and just knowing within herself, this is the business they could have had from me. The thousands of dollars she's been spending has been on bougie-ass liquor to keep
for her own
her own home bar running.
Do you think that every time she drinks tap water, she thinks about this experience?
I think.
Do you think it's plagued her?
What
to
I'm
this
telling
point? 'Cause
you is that every time she drinks her own tap water, she has a Vietnam flashback.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Are there? Okay, maybe this is how we help this troll, right? Because realistically, she's not doing anything other than creating comedy for us. Like she's not affecting the business at all, or affecting her review, right?
Yeah.
We need to help her get over this hurdle.
Okay.
How do we help her forget about this traumatizing experience of paying $2.50?
Oh man, how do I say this nicely?
It's essentially, I don't either. But essentially, what she has participated in her own scammed experience. She will never get scammed for the rest of her life.
I got it. Here's what she needs to do. She needs to finally walk back in to the nightclub after 5 years and say, "You remember me?" And then the bouncer's gonna go, "No." So then what
Is
she's gonna do
Christopher Walken
is
the bouncer?
no. Here's the thing. If you want a drink of water, that's gonna be $2.50, or you don't drink at all. So she's gonna walk in with her own glass of water.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And when the server comes over and asks her table, "Oh, would you guys like to order any more drinks?" She's gonna slowly raise up the glass of water and say, "No, thanks. I brought my own." And then just drink the water.
Twist. Bouncer's right behind the waiter. "Sorry, miss, you can't bring your own drinks in here." They kick her out.
And then she writes another 5-year epic
5-year saga.
About
5-year epic poem
about how this nightclub lost thousands of dollars of her business.
I went back to this nightclub to teach them a lesson about tap water, and I was rudely removed from the establishment.
I was rudely corrected.
Thanks for coming to Troll Attack.
Oh shit! It happened again.
What?
You really?
Did anyone's? Oh, sorry. The explosion was really loud. So it looks like we're almost out of time here. I don't know if we have enough time for my little issue. You know what?
Yeah, we do.
You know what? No, it's okay. I'll make this real quick. Dino, are you ready?
Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Mike, I don't care if you're ready. So,
oh, well, fine.
Would you rather be able to run as fast as the Flash, but never be able to jump again? Or would you rather be able to jump as high as you want, whenever you want, but you'll never be able to run again?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Easy, run.
Oh.
As fast as Flash. When was the last time in my life that I jumped? I don't know if I could tell you any even a year. out when I jumped last.
Oh man. You know what? That's a good point.
Did you even take time to,
Matt, when I don't
Mike,
jump, I never jump.
Words mean things, Mike.
You know how certain video games, like you have a little stump that you can't get over and like you can't jump?
Yes, I've played Super Mario. What's your point?
Okay. Yeah. That would be me. Like, I don't care. Like, in my real life, if I see a curb, I'm like, gotta go around.
Okay.
Well, also, you wouldn't have to jump up on a curb. You could just step onto it, right?
Well, what if it was just like a little higher than my character stats? I mean, like,
what if
are you a video game character now? Is that
what is this? Oh no, this fence is higher than my AC. I can't run through it. God damn it.
Jesus.
I'm just picturing myself like hopping up my stairs, like, oh dang, I'll never be able to do this again.
Shit. Okay.
So I get it that you don't like. When was the last time you really had to jump high? As a short man, personally, the idea of jumping as high as I want is rather tempting. And I don't know the last time I ever had to run anywhere. Maybe to work, but that's it.
But you could just jump to work then, like.
That's what I'm saying.
Being honest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I could jump,
but that.
Yeah, but then and then I'm assuming we're assuming that we can land safely no matter how high we jump.
Yes, and then also being able to run super fast. You're assuming that you can safely stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's my issue with I'm going to do both here. So my issue with jumping high is that you have to know exactly where you're going to land, because if something is in the way of where you're landing, then you're screwed. It's not like flying.
Stop that. No,
it's not like flying where you can like control your ascent and descent kind of thing. It's jumping where you just jump high and you let gravity do the rest, you know?
Okay.
So if you jump and you're like, oh, I'm going to go land in that parking spot, and then you don't see that there's a car there, you land on the fucking car. You can't like adjust out of the way, you know? It's
Yep.
But then running, if you're running too fast, you might not see the person crossing the street, and then it make them explode as you run through them.
like in
The Boys.
Like in The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The Boys.
Huh. Okay. I've thought about this from both angles. I think I've finally arrived at the conclusion that I think I would rather jump. I think I would rather be able to jump and never be able to run again. And
today on the news,
what?
30-year-old Caucasian man splattered on windshield of airplane.
Wait, hold on. I was thinking about this in the most bullshit elementary way possible. When I first came up, you guys are gonna laugh at this.
Okay.
I first came up with this because I had a dream that I was in the NBA and I could finally jump real high to dunk. And I thought it'd be really cool if I could jump high.
Okay.
Fair.
And then I started to think, ooh, what if you had a limitation on jumping and you can never run again? So I'm picturing
Okay,
hold on. I'm on a basketball court. Picture me. I'm the star point guard of the Portland Trailblazers. Go Rip City. And I could jump as high as I fucking want to, but I can't run. So I have the basketball, and I'm just like grandpa walking towards the basket. And anytime one of the players gets close to me, I just like Super Mario like hip hop over them until I get to the basket.
Also, conversely,
yeah,
you would be guarding someone and they could just like speed up a little bit.
What if I just like grabbed hold of their jersey and just like jumped? Jumped along with them like a pogo stick until they dropped the ball.
Oh my God.
Okay, but then I could see the other argument for running super fast because, yeah, you can't jump, but if you run super fast off of something, that's kind of like jumping.
Yeah, but when was the last time you needed to jump somewhere?
Fucking, did you ever see the Fellowship of the Ring, Mike? Remember when they had to jump over that stuff in Moria? Huh? The bridge?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you in Moria?
Well, no, but also we're talking about shit that would never happen, like being able to jump as high as you can.
Do me a
that
favor.
Doesn't exist.
Do me a favor. When you go to drink lots tomorrow, just do some jumps while you're working, just because.
Just enjoy it while you can.
I will. I will. If someone asks me like, "Oh, can you go get some top stock out of the back? It's like up on the second floor." Bet your ass I can.
No, I'm talking about like before Matt super jumper.
Okay.
I'm talking about like tomorrow, normie Matt, when you go in to Bevmo and someone says, excuse me, can you help me something? Jump and go, oh yes I can. But like both feet off the ground.
Just hip hop.
Just like fix it, Felix. Or
Yeah, just like a little bit of a hop, just like a little like, oh,
It's just like like a super like 8-bit like pixelated jump animation that I have.
Yeah. Oh, I'll help you. I mean,
my bartender name is Mix It Matt.
Mix It Matt. It could also be as good as if you want to practice the other one. Can you help me find the beers? Yeah, over here, and then run over to where the beers are.
But then the thing is, like, you create such like a force of wind when you run that you knock everything off the shelves, and they're just broken bottles everywhere.
He's just talking about you
Here's your
normally,
bottle.
like not even with powers. Just to see which one you use.
You normally run over to the beers to help someone find them. Be like, they're over here and run. And then we can read the 1-star review next week. I was in Drink Lots and this worker just ran away from me to help me find something. And he wouldn't even stop to help me. He just left me. I couldn't find him. He was gone.
And then
don't go here.
And then he destroyed half the store in his wake.
Oh my God.
Okay. I think, I'm going to stay with running. Cause I might use it sometimes, but I think I'll use it more safely than if I use jumping. Cause there's a little bit more control in the running part.
And
I just really like the fact that we've established that the jumping thing comes with like the whole Super Mario Fix It Felix animation.
Yes.
That makes it more appealing to me.
Yep.
Okay, good. Your turn, Matt.
Oh, I have to do the thing, huh? Okay. Hey, with that, my name is Matt Schuster.
And my name is Dino Battaglia. I think that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Sir Jumps a Lot. Thanks for coming to the Issues on the Table.
Hold on. No, you should do better than that. Come on. Let's go.
And my name is Sir Jumps a Lot. Watch out, Aladdin. I'm coming to steal your jasmine rice.